In early January 1988, the world's largest cruise ship sailed into her new home, met by the most spectacular welcome ever given a new vessel.
Hey everyone, it's Jackson here, and today I wanted to share with you all the history of my favorite cruise ship of all time, the mighty Sovereign of the Seas. Before Sovereign's launch in 1987, the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line wasn't really notable. They couldn't do much to stand out against the behemoth that was the Carnival Cruise Corporation. But all of that changed on January the 16th, 1988, as Sovereign of the Seas finished up her maiden voyage. The ship was comparable in size to the most famous ship of all time, the RMS Titanic. The difference being, however, Sovereign was 4 feet shorter. Sovereign could also hold a ton of passengers for a cruise ship, which was also comparable to the Titanic. Sovereign could hold 2,850 to be exact. Throughout her time with the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, she sailed cruises to the Bahamas and the Caribbean out of Miami and Port Canaveral. Fun fact. In November of 2004, she had her annual refit made into a TV show called Dry Dock, a cruise ship reborn. A few of the things that were changed in this refit were the interiors of the ship, and Sovereign really did have some beautiful interiors. The ship featured everything that you could want: a multi-deck atrium lobby, a top-deck funnel-mounted lounge with full panoramic views of the sea, called the Viking Crown Lounge. The ship's facilities also included 9 bars, 5 restaurants, 4 pools, 2 cinemas, a spa, and a casino. All of these things are still found on cruise ships today, but most of them got their start with Sovereign, really showing how influential of a ship she was. In November of 2008, Sovereign of the Seas was transferred to the Royal Caribbean subsidiary company, Pullmantur Cruises. Hope I said that right. With her first voyage being in May of 2009, Despite this, Sovereign remained really popular, and for 11 years it seemed that nothing could bring down the mighty ship. That was until early 2020, when the ship's history and the world's history would change forever. Sovereign was placed into a cold layup as COVID-19 brought havoc on the cruising world. There were hopes that she would return to service along with her sister Monarch. However, that wouldn't happen. On July the 22nd, her sister ship, Monarch of the Seas, was beached in Algiers, and soon, on July the 23rd, Sovereign of the Seas joined her. Soon after that, she was joined by a ship that competed against her in the 1990s, Carnival's Cruise Line's Carnival Fantasy. She had everything of value stripped from her, and then the scrapping began. As of today, December the 16th, 2020, reportedly there is very little to nothing left of her. It only took a few months for one of the most mighty and influential cruise ships to be gone. Sovereign of the Seas was just 30 years old, and while that is the average life for a cruise ship, it's likely Sovereign still had a few years left in her. But due to COVID-19, she would have her history cut short early. I personally never had the chance to sail on Sovereign or any of her sister ships. My only memories of them were seeing pictures of them in old magazines and on YouTube back in the day. I remember I took a liking to them because they looked more like ships than the floating boxes that we see today. So you can imagine how devastated I was to see her go. But what do you guys think? Did any of you guys ever sail on Sovereign? Leave a comment down below. I read all of them. Anyways, with all of that out of the way, I'll see you in the next episode as I talk about a famous ship lost during World War I. See you guys then, and peace out.